Hello everybody, hope everyone's having a good day. We are at the Snyder Cemetery, also known as the Conrad Snyder Cemetery, or also on some of the genealogical sites, the B.W. Snyder Cemetery, which I have no idea why it's B.W. Snyder. Cemetery is basically a family plot. It's on the outskirts of Moraine State Park, just north of Butler, PA. It is a gravel road to get here, but and it's been raining, but the road's actually still pretty good. But this was a family plot. It was 1770s when Conrad showed up here with his family, and they lived a good life. They had the family plot here, and apparently, though, it is haunted. And that's why we're here. This is one of my first sites of taking everyone around the Pittsburgh, Southwest PA area, and showing you guys some lovely haunted places. Most of these are going to be outdoors. Every once in a while, we'll go indoors to places. But this one caught my eye, so I wanted this one to be the first place I wanted to go to. But let us show you around, shall we? So. Take this off. All right. So, unfortunately, these pillars this used to be a large gate, but unfortunately, one of the problems with this site has been vandalism. Kids over the years have been coming out here and basically partying, drinking, all that kind of good stuff. So apparently at one point, this used to be a nice gate. Now it's broke. I'm not even sure if the metal gate's even around here anymore. But come up here. But it's still actually well maintained. Apparently there is still some family out here that shows up every once in a while. It just helps cleans up. Plus I think there's other people that come out and help clean up. So, but it's pretty nice. But as you can see, they've got a little memorial stone here. So this cemetery is, let me get you guys closer to this. All right, so this cemetery is located on the homestead of Conrad Sr. and Nancy Joachim Snyder, which consists of approximately 3,000 acres. The family immigrated from Switzerland to this area in the 1770s. Conrad Snyder Jr. was one of the pioneering members of Muddy Creek Presbyterian Church, which actually is just a little north that way. I actually passed it coming in here. Other family members buried here whose stones have been destroyed by vandals, unfortunately. You've got Joseph Snyder. Let's see. Let's get this a little closer. So Joseph Snyder. He died young. He died at, 16? Yeah. Conrad Snyder, 1807 to 1815. Wow, a lot of these are really early children, early deaths. This is the first, Mary Strain was the first one that, she at least lived 34 years. Effie, 7 years. Infant Snyder, infant. Jane Snyder, 2 years. Conrad Strain. Abigail Snyder. Persia MC Double. These are all the ones who were buried here, but once I take you inside, you'll see people have vandalized a lot of these, because I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I believe there's 6 in there that are good. And you got, this is the original headstone for the site. But as you can see, it is completely walled in, which is actually pretty nice, except for the one entrance over here. So let's walk you guys around. And remember, anytime you guys go to a grave site, be respectful of the dead. But you saw 13 there, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you got 6. And if I remember right, I've been out here once before, and it basically, there's not a lot of the original tombstones left. There used to be a metal gate here. It looks like they finally took the metal. Looks like someone finally took the metal gate. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but as you can see, that used to be a gate. But may I have permission to come into your site? I will be respectful and try not to step on any stones. But so yeah, so if you look, you've got 1, 2, 3. But Conrad Snyder, 1866, and his wife Anne Marie. I believe this might be Junior, because we know Senior was married to Yoakum. Then you got 2 small ones there. We'll go a little further out. Then you've got a tombstone here. Well, a broken tombstone. And then you've got Conrad and Nancy there. But yeah, as you can see, there is, other than that one, there is no more tombstones left. But yeah, so he lived a long life. And Nancy was actually older than he was. So here's the 2 initial members of the family. But he lived almost 90 years. She lived about 80, 70. But I mean, they both lived nice long lives here. And it was both were born in Switzerland, like Cthulhu, my wife. So, but this is the grave site. Now on to, let's get out of this. I don't want to talk about the spooky stuff while we're in here. I don't know, for some reason I kind of find it a little bit disrespectful for them. They should be remembered for who they are, not for the myths and things like that. But the story goes that Conrad still haunts these grounds. And the myth of the area is called Ole Red Eyes. And apparently if you're out here basically messing around, partying, disrespecting the dead, that you can see a pair of red eyes out in the forest looking at you, trying to scare you. A couple of eyewitness accounts. Just going to walk around a little bit. You've also got apparently Sasquatch sightings out here also. But we are on the edge of Moraine State Park. Moraine State Park was basically the lake here basically was built by a glacier that came through. There's hiking trails all the way up through, all up and down here. But I mean, this place is a little spooky just, you know, as is. Imagine being out here in the middle of the night, but as you can see, we are in a little bit of a, well, not exactly a cul-de-sac, because that's all fine. But we got a hill based up on us. But yeah, this is the graveyard. I'm going to check to see if at some point during next spring, if I am able to come out here and do a hunt, do a paranormal hunt, and see if we can see Ole Red Eyes. But it is nice to see, though, that there are people that do come out here and kind of clean up the area. I don't know if that's family or if that's just the local township. Either way, it's very nice. Glad they're doing it. But what are some of the let me tell you a little bit of some of the tales about this place. Let me just put this here. So yeah, so basically a pair of red glowing eyes that they claim haunt the cemetery. some people say they've been here multiple times, have never seen anything, but that's about it. But others say they have. And and like I said, apparently there have been Bigfoot sightings out here also. I'll be totally honest, I'm more worried about having my arms ripped off and my head beaten in by my own arms by a Sasquatch than I'm probably worried about Ole Red Eyes. But yeah. Another eyewitness account. Never saw the Red Eyes, but we heard a lot of freaky stuff out there. And she wrote down the directions. Also told 2 other events she experienced a strange light her friends saw in the woods late one night. Yeah, basically, apparently there's also a blue light that you can sometimes see bouncing around out here in the woods. And a couple of different things, they've talked about a couple of different things of walking down the road. So what I don't know is where the original homestead is. I mean, here's the graveyard, but I've never been told where the actual homestead was. I don't know if that was built on by something else, because you do have some homes. You got some homes going up that road, right on the border of the park. So I don't know if that's maybe where the homesteads are. Moraine State Park does have, I can't remember when Moraine State Park was commissioned a state park. But if you ever go hiking in here, and I've done a lot of hiking between the Glacial National Trail, and just a bunch of the other spots, a bunch of the other hiking trails they've got in here, you will find old homesteads. You'll basically just find some foundations. That looks like a creek. Yeah, a little bit of a creek we got going on here. So I'm not sure where the homestead is for here. Usually they're not that far from the actual site. I'm trying to see if there's like a, how sometimes you can see old trails even if they've not been out here for years. Like there's a foundation stone right there. So I'm kind of curious if it's like back here somewhere. But like it very well could be, it could be back here somewhere. Let's walk back a little bit. Yeah, we've got a little foundation stone. But yeah, there's a bigger foundation stone. I'm gonna guess that it was probably around here somewhere, because those are 2 decently big stones that aren't normal for the, that shouldn't be here. They look like foundations. So I'm gonna guess it was probably around here. But yeah, springtime, I'm probably gonna come out here, try to get permission to come out here and do a hunt. I'm not sure if they're going to give it to me, but we're going to ask. Yeah, that's kind of built up also. Yeah, I'm going to kind of guess that this is probably around where their home was. So I'm going to guess that if you're going to see red eyes or a glowing blue dot floating around, it's going to be on this side and somewhere around here. From where the home was. What the heck is that? Please don't tell me that's a needle. Yeah, that kind of looks like what that is. Surprise, surprise. But that's it, folks. So let's go ahead and walk on out. Yeah, it's a very, very cool little site. I liked it. When I first was looking up haunted sites in Southwest PA, this was one of the sites that came up. I thought it was a little unusual, off the beaten, haunted house or, you know, the penitentiaries or things like that. That it was just an old, you know, 1770, 1800s cemetery. So, because it looks like the family, I'm guessing the family moved out of here probably around 1850s. Because, yeah, the last gravestone out here is Abigail that was destroyed, was 1847. So, and that was about it. So they were here about, they weren't here that long, really. Because what, Conrad and them were 1736 to 1827. So late 1700s. But yeah, there we go. So that's the tale of Ole Red Eyes. Maybe we will get a sighting at some point. Okay, well there you go, everybody. This is Snyder Cemetery. I'm Finn. Not sure where the next site's going to be at. It'll probably be closer to home. This is actually about an hour and a half north of where I live. But I wanted to get out here before the weather really got bad. So today I knew it was in the 50s today. So I thought today would be a perfect day to come out, do a video, and then later on next spring, I'll try to see if I can get a hunt out here. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys liked the video, please give the video a like. If you guys dislike it, give it a dislike. Let me know why. Other than that, I hope if you guys have not subbed to the channel, please smash that sub button. But yeah, it's a really nice graveyard. Surprisingly, I mean, 1850 was basically the last time someone was buried out here, and it's still upkept, which is nice. So I don't know if that's family, if that's a historical society out here, but whoever it is, thank you very much. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.